Aldermen. We will get started with the invocation by Alderman Chapman and the Pledge of Allegiance by Alderwoman Godfrey.
Pray with me, please. Good Lord, I thank you for letting us gather here today to help move our city forward. I pray that you will be with us as we make the decisions that will help our city. Please be in our hearts and be in our minds. Also, please be with our first responders here in the city, in our county, in our state, and in our nation. And please be with all of the service men and women, both home and abroad. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen.
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Clerk will please call the roll.
Alderman Chapman.
Present.
Alderwoman Godfrey.
Present.
Alderwoman McSperry.
Here.
Alderwoman Jones. Alderman Wilbanks. Here. Alderwoman Oliver.
Present.
Alderman Lott. Present. Attorney Josiah Burns.
Here.
Presiding Mayor Will Perkins.
All right, thank you very much. We have a couple of discussion action items on the agenda tonight. Before we do so, we have the need for a short executive session. I need this session to discuss the transaction of business or negotiations regarding the location, relocation, or expansion of a business, medical service, or industry. So if I could have a motion to go into closed session, please.
Move to go into closed session to determine the need to go into executive session.
Second. Thank you. I have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? All right, motion carries. We will now go into closed session. We will return, and the live stream will return here shortly. All right. Welcome back. We exited executive session and we took no action in that session. Moving on, we will go to item 5A. Consider a request for conditional use and a dimensional variance for the property located at 1001 Industrial Park Boulevard. Mr. Edwards, our Community Development Director, will discuss this.
Thank you, Mayor, Board. The applicant is seeking to renovate the old Delphi building at this location. This is in I-1, and the proposed use isn't allowed use in this district. This is the location you see from the aerial. Another aerial view of it. This is the site plan or the demolition plan for the project. That inside the red will be what's left of the building. You see the hatched mark areas around the building. That will all be demolished. That in the shaded area is asphalt. The parking to the north of the building and the drives around it will all be demoed as well. And to give you an aerial view of what's coming out there. All that in the red will be coming out there. Where you see the additions onto the main body of the building itself, those things will be removed. These are the elevations as they stand today. This is looking from Frontage Road back at the Delphi building. Again, from Frontage Road, the building to your right there, or the offset on the right there, that will be coming off. This is looking from Industrial Park Drive. And again, from Industrial Park Drive at the entrance to the Delphi building. And this is from the parking lot of the Delphi building. You see the brick structure to the front there that was the offices in years past. That will all be removed as well. And that parking lot is coming out if approved. Again, this is your site plan for it. That in the red again will be the building itself when the renovations are done and demolition is done. That in the green will be the chiller and generator yards. Again, that in the red that you see is the building itself. Again, there the red is the building, and to the north of it is the chiller yards. And where the arrow is pointing there now, that will be the new parking area. If approved on there, this is a little over 680,000 square foot building. Our ordinance requires for warehousing a 1 per 1,000. It requires 683 spaces on there. The applicant is requesting to carry that number down to 108, move it to the south side of the building. This is due to the limited number of employees and visitors that they anticipate having at this location. And that in the and that's the dimensional variance they're asking for. That in the cloud you see there, they're also asking for a variance of 29 foot 6 inches from the front setback of 40 foot on there. This is to take care of the retaining wall that goes there in order to get the drive in there, as well as the fencing for it. And so they'll need a variance from it of, again, 29 foot 6 inches. It'll be about 10 foot 6 inches from the property line there. So I think I jumped on you. And one of the other things that they're asking for is conditional use. The section 2802G of our ordinance does allow for fencing around the building and then industrial, but it has to be approved by conditional use. So they're requesting conditional use to fence in around the building as well. This is the landscaping along Industrial Park Drive. This does meet our requirements for the trees. You see the willow oaks that are lining it to the right there. To the right, there's the Industrial Park Drive. And then going south in the circle there, that's the city's elevated water tower. And then you've got more trees going down to the corner there along with the retention pond. And then this is the proposed new parking there. It does meet our landscaping requirements around it as well. Those will be sweet bay magnolia trees around the parking area there. And also I've talked with the applicant on this, so this will meet a good portion of the requirement for the frontage along Frontage Road there. But because of the size or the shape of the building, and then also there's a lot of power lines, we don't want to add too many trees along that line, but they'll put what can be accommodated there. They've agreed to that. This is the landscape requirements. As you see, they meet those. And these are your architectural renderings, elevations of the building. And these are your products. I showed you the insulated panels that they'll be using anywhere where they tear out the buildings there, anywhere where the skin of the building is damaged, they'll replace it with this. And then there's paint samples in front of you there. That will be the colors that they'll use for the building itself. The dark will be the fascia, and then the field will be the lighter color. And this is a profile showing where the building height sits. This would be like looking from Industrial Park Drive. That in the dark is the existing building. You see the height of it, and then the chillers and the generators. Red line that shows you that they'll all be lower than the top of the building there beside it. And again, this was a public hearing, was noticed as required by our ordinance, and the property was posted as required on there. The Planning Commission, as well as the Review Committee, did recommend approval as submitted.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Roy. We have a motion. Any other discussion? Second?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Okay. Item 5B is consideration of a fee in lieu of tax agreement for the property and project located at 1001 Industrial Park Boulevard. You previously heard an explanation of this item, but we have our city attorney, Josiah Burns, and Attorney Pace here as well. If you have any questions for them, or if I have any discussion or a motion.
Move to approve.
I think we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Do we have any other business to come before the board this evening?
Move to adjourn.
All right. Second?
Second.
All right, motion and second. All those in favor?
Aye.
All those opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much.